As we get more reaction on this, a provincial meeting of school governing bodies in Kwazulu-Natal is being held to look at the issue of safety and security at schools. Just last week, a school teacher was gunned down in front of her learners at a school in Inanda. National Association of SGB's Matakanye Matakanye joins us now via video link to weigh in on the recent incidents of violence in schools. So thank you so much for your time. Now, there have been so many shortfalls in safety and security that have highlighted, in this violent incident that we're talking about here at a primary school in Katlehong and, of course, other parts of the country. How concerned are you as the SGB that so many children and educators were left traumatized by these incidents? So can you please unmute yourself?
Oh, thank you very much, Unati. Good day to your listeners. We really seriously concerned about this incident, and as an organization, we want to condemn all the activities that will threaten the future of our children. It's quite a time that we have been really calling upon everybody involved to protect our children in our schools. But it seems this call is nobody listening to the call. And we were saying now that the security, meaning the police and all, are unable to protect our children in schools, communities, stand up. Protect your children at schools. Parents, stand up and protect your children under the leadership of school governing bodies all over South Africa. Now, we are just concerned very seriously because the very same community that we have been calling upon to come and protect our children in school are the ones that are really threatening our children. I mean, look what the trusted pastor did. The trusted pastor, because the pastors are the most people that we trust in the community. But now there we are seriously disappointed. Mboro has just disappointed us, has just embarrassed himself because we took him as a pastor that is the one that carries the ethos, carries the discipline, the order in the community. There he is with guns, with pangas and all those things, threatened our teachers, threatened our children. And I think our children at this point in time are highly traumatized because guns and pangas are not belonging to the school. They belong to the barracks. They belong to the police station. So our children now are going to see schools as if they are police stations. And we don't have answers when these children ask us, what happens? Why are you bringing guns and all these things in schools? Then we are not going to be able to answer these things. So we want to terribly condemn that act, that it must be for the first and it must be for the second, because we are trusting you as communities, we are trusting you as parents under the leadership of the school governing body, that there's nobody that can protect the children in the school except the communities that they come from, the communities that they live within, then the parents of the children, led by the school governing bodies. So we want to recall again to say, then we hope you have heard us. You will never allow this type of incident to occur to the schools, to occur to our children.
I would imagine you would appreciate that, just given this incident that we are talking about in Katlehong, that level of violence, the weapons that were carried by the so-called members of the public or community members, you can't expect any other person to be able to intervene in that particular matter. I think that's why people are then calling for better security at schools to prevent such from happening. It is a tall order in terms of asking just from that prevention perspective. But just in terms of what is happening from, interventions that you are making as a school governing body, in light of the provincial meeting that is currently happening in KwaZulu-Natal, just to look at the issue of safety in schools broadly and security at the schools. I mean, have you identified the provinces with the most high-risk schools in the country that need intervention? And are you engaging the department on this, or perhaps the SAPS?
We, in 2018, if you remember, Unati, followed by 2019, we had two national conventions. And those two national conventions were influenced, if you remember, by the incident that occurred in Northwest, where a teacher was butchered. I don't know if you remember that. Now, after that, then we called for the national convention led by the minister. Then the minister called those two conventions, and resolutions were taken where it was identified that the only solution is that the police must adopt schools, and the police must tell us how many schools are near the police station that can be linked to the police station. And I think that occurred. But what we don't know was that what really happened with those resolutions that were taken 2018, 2019, and the commitment the police made that they are going to link the school with the police stations. And we thought by that time, really, violence in schools, security in schools, school safety will become the thing of the past. But it never abated. Now, when we not realized that now apparently nothing is occurring, then we started making a call to the communities. We started making a call to the parents to say we are on our own, and therefore let's stand up and defend our children in school so that they can obtain education in schools. And that's where we are. And we still feel that now. Hence I said on Nati, we are really disappointed that the community that we relied on disappointed very, very seriously that they went to the school and threatened our teachers, threatened our children, and I think they even damaged some properties in the school and all those things. But we are still making the same call that communities stand up, let's defend our schools. And I think we have to join with organizations such as SATU. They have a campaign called I am a fan of this. I'm a fan of the school. We want to join hands with them that we protect our children, because we can't rely anymore on the police. I mean, look, that what really happened. It happened, and they went to the police station, and we learned that now things did not go until the community made a follow-up. I think as of now, the community is the one that is strengthening the case against the pastor.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Really do appreciate it. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. That's National Association of SGBs, Mr. Matakanye Matakanye.